Good evening, everybody. It's Jackie from Jackie Paranormal. Tonight I'm at a location near Niagara Falls, Ontario. This house used to belong to an old shipbuilder who used to build ships for the Welland Canal. And I've been invited personally to come check this place out and see what we can find. To any spirits who are here tonight, I am Jackson, and I wish to speak with you. I am friendly, you don't need to be afraid of me. Gonna fire up the Ovilus. Forest early map right away and big EMF spike. Phrase. Couch. Put. Tragic. Arrived. Tragic, there has been a death in this place. Impression. I'm here getting my impressions. Here's a couch. I mentioned a couch. And guys, in this room, there was a death, I was told. And that's a real kind of creepy looking mirror. Alright, you don't need to be afraid of me. Yeah, this house is really old, you guys. Here's the upstairs. Is anyone up there? Jack. Threshold, Jack. Okay, this is creepy up here. Got an old tub. Got fit. Wrong. Heavy. Ledge. Not really sure what you mean. Rocket? What's in the chest? Not sift. Cook. Is there anyone in the mirror? Cloud chloride creature. bell. There is an old doorbell system that the person who owns this place, whose name by the way is Lauren, she's going to get it so we can see it. All the mirrors in this place. Bell Judge Bank. Okay, I think that's Lauren. I think she's back. Lauren? Oh, not me almost falling down the stairs. Okay, I think she's at the front door. Still getting used to kind of walking with a helmet. Hello.
There you are.
So I've gotten some stuff already.
Oh, did
Yeah, said some bag, it just said. So everybody, this is Lauren. She's kind enough to let me come check out the place.
Hello there. Alright.
She's just getting the door off for us so she can show us the doorbell. Bag 40, it says.
Yeah. Okay, let me go unlock the door from the inside. And then you can, do you remember how to ring the doorbell?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Ring the doorbell and
Yeah, guys, I'm going to show you this doorbell. She already showed me how it works, and she's explained that the doorbell is kind of a trigger for activity in this place, and then once you walk through the front door after ringing the doorbell, things are supposed to happen. Although this is kind of quiet at the moment. Alright, ready? Alright, I'm going to ring your doorbell if you don't mind. Now let's open the door.
it is nice to formally invite guests.
That'll be a nice guest and close the door behind me.
So if you look up there, you can actually see how the doorbell works. Pulls. It's a regular bell.
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know how long that's been there, but
That
it's
is
definitely
cool.
original. And then I usually, when
Some of the words I got up there were, it said arrived,
really
cloud, chloride, creature.
interesting. Yeah, I believe it.
Those are some of the words I've gotten, and when I turned it on and walked through that door, like, mad EMF spikes.
Yeah, I believe it. So when I first
Because it
started,
also has, if you look, like, that's the EMF mirrors, like, the
Okay.
more it goes,
Oh,
then
so-
the more.
definitely brought someone to the front door.
Yeah. Well, that was just going through the side door.
Yeah. Well, I know that when I used to come here, when the power was actually on, you would lock the front door, you'd turn this light out. You would turn the light out here. And then you would have to walk in the dark if you were here at night across to go out back.
Oh, it mentioned the couch, too.
Oh, interesting, because that's where I was going with this. So my dad used to tell me, I would have been in my late teens, so it was kind of, it made me get a vibe here, that when he owned it, he would go out that door, and he always felt like someone was going to put their hand on their shoulder, like his shoulder, and say, wait a minute. So we always started to go out the door and backwards and close the door this way. So one of the nights I was here, twilight. I always used to leave at twilight.
Okay.
Even now, I still usually leave before twilight. But back then, when my dad owned it, I would garden or cut the grass and leave before twilight. But we were thinking about putting up a fence, and I was here to get like the perimeter, kind of the drawing of the property lines. So I couldn't find it. I locked up. I left for the night. And I went out and I closed that door backwards.
I feel really heavy behind me right now.
Okay. So, and you pulled the light in that room and you'd lock that door and you'd go. So I went up to Joanne, that's my dad's girlfriend at the time, for supper. She supposedly knew where these papers were. She's like, after supper we'll come back, we'll get it. Because I wasn't coming back in the dark. I didn't care where she told me it was. I wasn't coming here. So we came in, we unlocked, turned the light on. We came to go through this door and we couldn't get it to open. It was hitting something. So we're right by one of the most used train tracks in Ontario. So we thought it was like hobos or someone's in the building. So instead of trying to push it hard, because like it wasn't, you could see nothing.
Right.
Opening, went and got my brother, who put a ladder up to the room up here, climbed in the window, and we could hear him. He's like running down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, it's so dark in here," because like he didn't bring a light. This was before phones even had lights. Like you paid per text at the time, so you could hear him running because we couldn't even call him because we didn't have a cell phone. So he comes running down and he gets to the door and you can hear him go, "The drawer's pulled out." And we had been kind of where that one actually, that radio is. It's kind of funny. That kind of creeped me out. Anyway, we used to have a dresser sitting there with drawers in it. We had hammers and nails and all kinds of things we were finding in the yard just piled inside of it. Well, I guess the drawer had pulled out enough to have stopped the door from opening. And I know I was the last one here. And when you lock that, all the windows are pressure lock. You can't open them without, see the pin up in the top right there?
Yeah.
You cannot open the windows unless you push that in. Doesn't matter. They're screwed shut now because I had a break in. But, so you can't. So I know. And I know they don't open all the way. So we thought someone was under the floor or upstairs, like someone had to be in here, but like there was nobody in here. Like
right.
we kind of looked because we wanted to bust somebody in here. But yeah, that was over 20 years ago.
Okay.
And to tie in with your couch, so I had a vintage yellow couch in here. And again, when you'd have to push that light out after you lock the front door and go down there and go in there. Well, I had the vintage couch along here. It was about here. So you would I turned the light out and I came along this way. This wasn't here, none of this. But the end of the couch was here. And when I got to the end of the couch here, like just stand there for a moment and I'll show you.
Which, here?
No, right about here is where I was, at the end of the couch. And
Yep.
it was just like, if you're going to go around, I felt this.
Oh.
Right on the bottom of my leg, okay?
What, someone trying to trip you?
Well, what I thought at the time, and I swear I heard it in my head, was not like I'm going to beat you, but you know a toddler that's learned to walk and they kind of like, they rush past you or they try to go through a doorway quick and they like bump you because they're not.
Or it's like your dog trying to push for you.
Yes, but
yeah.
there was no animals or no children here. But
right.
Like I didn't come back for months. For months, I didn't come back here.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. And
That's kind of creepy, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this room is usually, I don't know, I want to say child orientated, but like kind of it feels down here like it's always been something for me. And like, so we've got this little door.
And I just want to say, since like we've come back and the Ovilus has not said
Right.
anything, and it was going off like crazy before.
See that trap door right there?
Yes.
To the floor. Okay, so I'm assuming they're animal bones. But again, when my dad first got this place, and my grandmother owned it for years before, still alive, grandparents both, before it switched his name, he's the one that took the floor out. But when I used to go in there, it was like moon dust. Okay, like moon dust in there. It was so dry, and it was off. And then every year in the spring, I would come here when it went into my name, and I would find these under the floor. So you can see, I'm assuming they're all animals. Hopefully.
Oh, they're all bones.
Yes. So every spring I come here and I find a new one. And I don't know why they're not already on top of the dirt. They've just come up. And then, of course, in front of you there is a tombstone. And we found that under the back kitchen.
That's a tombstone?
Yeah, JS. James Stark, I'm assuming. Now, again...
So there was a body buried here at one point?
I hope not. I'm assuming that that is a pre-marker for them to make a nicer marker. Like, they may have had that one as a temporary and then put...
That's still creepy, though, to find in your backyard.
The tombstone doesn't even bother me. It's the bones not being on top of the dirt.
Yeah, so since, like, where are they coming from?
Yeah,
like, what's
like,
putting them there?
Yes! And they all come up... I'm hoping that was the...
What, they come up in there?
Yeah, under the floor, under the stairs.
Under the floor?
Yes!
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
but
weird.
This should have been a formal kitchen. The pantry is the little room off to the side, and that's the summer kitchen. So I'm hoping they were lazy and threw bones under the floor. But again, I've never had them checked.
Yeah.
Ever.
Finding the camera hard to keep focus.
Yeah, that would make sense in here.
A little bit. It keeps getting like a little bit blurry on me, like a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Did you go upstairs yet?
Yeah, I did. That's where it was saying a whole bunch of stuff up there.
Do you want to? Oh, well, you're getting a light on there. You have a green one.
Is that just because of my phone? Maybe because of my phone in my pocket.
If you put your phone down in the back.
Yeah.
If you don't need it, just to.
Yeah, no, I don't need it.
Me, I don't like the idea of the light not being behind me. Going up those stairs.
Might as well leave my backpack down here too. It said science, can you? Experiment.
Well, you're my experiment here. Yeah. I am a bit.
Science,
I've had 2
can
drinks
you?
tonight. Do you not like when I drink here? I have found from staying here. Now, I used to live in town.
I feel energy right here. Why is this room like a trigger?
Getting a, I don't know if that's my phone.
I feel like this room might be a trigger in the house.
It could be. This would have been the main room where he would have had people probably come in. I don't think everybody would have came through the front door. You got to remember he ran a harbor and a shipbuilding company, so
Right.
yeah, his workers would have came to the back door.
Oh, did the workers like live here?
No, so
I'll actually keep my phone on me because I like to use some apps from time to time. I will leave my keys and stuff down here.
you don't mind. But yeah, so when I used to live here, yeah. I locked myself in my house once because I was spending the night here and I wasn't outside.
Yeah? Sorry guys, just getting a drink of water here. So I feel it's already kind of being pretty direct. And I am going to take my coat off because I was finding it a little bit stuffy up there.
Did you see that?
Then smell.
Did you see it went right red? Did
Yeah.
you catch that on your camera? Did you look in time? That
It probably didn't pick it up on camera because it's kind of blurry on focus.
No, it was. No, right red, that one.
Okay. This is one of my other devices. It works like an EMF meter.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a scanner there, and it basically is a yes/no.
Yep.
So like you just ask yes/no questions,
Cool.
and that's an actual like spirit box.
Okay.
So that's kind of like what I work with as far as like the tools go.
Everybody's got what they got, right?
And kind of like what I do have the bear that I can bring out later too, and yeah. All right. So the sitting on the furniture would that
Yep.
cause some interaction?
I know from the group that came in last time, the 2 white chairs upstairs were just having a field day up there. So
The camera was just flickering just now.
So the ones up there, I would suggest, and on experience, the room upstairs, the largest room here,
Yeah.
that's where I would
Okay.
have a little bit of fun.
Okay. But you say in this room though, there's like a child spirit that likes to hang out here?
I would say the main floor mostly is my take. Now,
Okay.
upstairs, from living in town at my brother's, my spouse first passed away. I was emotionally, etc. And I went to the local bar in town and I went to have a few drinks. And the lady that was bartending, good friend of mine, she was talking about how she was talking to her deceased father and saw a shooting star. And I wanted to hear nothing like that at the time. I was like, this is the last thing I want to hear. I went to go home and I had locked myself out of my own apartment. And I knew when my dad lived next door, we're like Boardwalk and Park Place, right?
Right.
So I knew when my dad woke up, he'd give me a ladder, I'd climb up on the balcony, the door's unlocked, I'd get in. But I was alcohol-fueled courage. I'm like, I'm gonna come sleep here. So I knew at the time.
That's desperation.
It was kind of liquid courage, okay? Like at that point, now we're talking almost 8 years ago, okay? I was a little less spooked by this place.
Right.
I had more ambition when it came to sleeping here. I really did. I thought I could handle things. Anyway, so I broke in here because I know how. Can't now, but at that time you could. You had to crawl through where the raccoon is coming in right now. That's how I used to get in. There used to be a hole in the foundation. I climbed through the hole in the foundation. We're talking.
Is it just me or is it getting colder in here?
I've had that happen too. So I crawled in under the foundation, came up through the floor, okay, in the middle of the night, drunk. And I came in here and I'm like, the chair's upstairs, but there was a chair sitting here and there was an old, kind of where that one is, but it's the chair that's upstairs. There was an old fur coat on it. And I'm like, I'm gonna sleep on this, right? Like that was my motivation. I'm going to sleep on that. And, just a couple hours till the sun comes up. So I was going upstairs. I can actually show you. So I have this light, you have your light. But if you actually turn everything off and you look with just your eyes, that is what I was going upstairs into in the middle of the night drunk, okay?
Oh.
That upstairs. That's so dark. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you walk up with no light,
It is pitch black.
you get about halfway up and you can see again because the lights from the windows you can see, but I'm telling you, if you go up there by yourself in the dark, no lights, you tell me how dark it is. It's like being in a closet. It's terrible. So I came up like this, I had my fur coat, and of course this room over here, it's painted yellow. So I'm like, oh, it's happy. I could spend the night in here.
Remember how it said smell on the office?
Yeah. So I came up here, And in here at the time, I had a whole bunch of antique toys. I had WWF wrestlers from the 80s that were vintage in here, and a dollhouse and all that, and it was all piled around the outside. So I put the fur coat right here, and I laid down on it, and I was laying on my side, like on my right side, looking out there. Oh, you closed that door?
Yep.
No, the other door. That far door? Did you close that far door?
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Was it open?
I thought I left it open. I usually close it, but the last time we were here, I didn't actually.
I can look back on my footage later.
Yeah, I hope you were the one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I didn't close any doors.
I was laying here, and you know, when you're a child, and you absolutely 100% believe if you put your hand off your bed that you are going to get grabbed.
Yeah.
Like when you're a child, it's a real fear.
For me, it was going down the stairs. I always ran because I was afraid of being pushed.
Okay, so I honestly could not move. I was like all of a sudden petrified. I can't get down the stairs. It's too dark. I can't move because I honestly felt like something was going to touch me. And I remember because the bartender said, oh, well, you just talk to them, right? So I literally said in my head, I'm just going to spend the night here. I've locked myself out of, my house, and it's just for one night kind of thing. Oh, right by my head. Right by my head. Right up here. I heard a metal scraping noise. And you know when they throw cucumbers at cats and they spring in the air and they're gone? I don't know whether I jumped into the air, if I somehow could just levitate into the air, but I was down those stairs before I even noticed, unlocking the front door. I actually turned around, swore at the house, like, why would you do this to me? Ran all the way back to where my house is down there, and then knocked on my neighbor's door down there because my neighbor lived in the basement apartment, asked if I could sleep on his couch thing that was there. And he knows, he's known me long enough, he knows my stories that, like, I needed a place to stay. Like, it was just, I wasn't, there was no way I was coming back here anyway. So I came back in the morning, the front door is wide open, because I didn't close it, and I came up the stairs, and I'm, like, sneaking up the stairs to, like, peek up here, because I'm, like...
Are you making it colder in here right now?
Right? You got a little flash going on.
I feel it getting, like, ever so slightly just getting colder.
So I came up here, and I know where I had the WWF wrestlers, and the dollhouse is actually downstairs because I won't bring it home. There's a metal dollhouse downstairs that my grandparents gave me. And when I walked around the outside of the toys to the front, and I came back this way.
Can I see the dollhouse?
Yes, yeah, sure. And I pushed it with my foot. I gave it like that. It made the exact same noise. My hair stood up on my back. I was like, again, I didn't come back for months.
Months. Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only because I was so scared to move, and looking at that room over there, how dark it was and how dark the stairs were, and I knew I don't understand how something 2 or more feet from the head of where my head was could actually move.
Right.
Or to make a noise or anything. Like, it was intense.
I've been kind of noticing a pattern already.
Mm-hmm.
When you start telling a story about this place, it lets you tell the story, and then when we start walking around, that's when it starts going off.
Well, you can have some more looks if you like. Did you just watch your head in the other room, right? You saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've just been noticing that every time so far you've started telling a story about this place, it stops going off for a bit.
When the first EMF in here, ever, okay? I had a friend in town that lived here that was moving away, and she wanted to come in here because on a spirit box, she was at the church across the road, got nothing, came here and got a name and convinced me to come here and showed me a screenshot, and sure enough, it was James. So I was like intrigued because, again, we're talking almost 8-7 years ago. So she's going all around down there, and me and
Wait, you said James?
yes.
I think it said James already on this.
Oh, yeah, James would be a good one. So she was going around down there, and me and my friend Rebecca are up here, and she's talking to it. We were kind of chuckling, we were laughing. We had never been exposed to an investigation before or anything. Like, I was new. I thought what she was carrying around looked like a stud finder. And she wasn't getting anything, like make the second light go, this and that. And I was like, well, let me try it. So I was where you were, and my friend Rebecca's actually where I am. And I went down the stairs, and I got it from her at the bottom of the stairs. And I came up the stairs, and right when I got to a couple steps down, I'm not gonna step though, but right about here, and turned it this way, I got 2 green lights. I'm like, oh look, it's got 2 green lights, right?
Right.
And my friend Rebecca's like, I'm going out for a cigarette. She's not staying up here. And I'm like, Kirsten, come up here, because like I don't want to be up here by myself. Like all of a sudden I'm scared. Like my friend ran down there, and they're down there, and I'm up here, and I was in the dark. I didn't even have a light because the flashlight had stopped working. We blamed Dollar Store, but then it started working later, so we couldn't blame Dollar Store. I flipped everything around. Anyway, so I come up here, and I got 2 green lights, and she's where you are, and I'm right here. And she's like, well, follow it, right? So when I spun this way, there was nothing. When I spun this way, I got 2 green lights. So I come around this way, and I got 2 green lights, and this door wasn't closed. Okay. Anyways, this door wasn't closed, so I'm right here, if this was the EMF, and I have it like this, 2 solid green lights. I asked her, well, what does this do? Because, again, I was skeptical.
Mind if I step in
Yeah,
here?
sure. I was skeptical, and I assumed that it was a stud finder. But when I was right here, she's like, just watch your head on the wall in front of you. She's like, it's because they're getting closer or stronger. Just as I stepped like this and pointed there, and it went like full red, I was like trying to throw it into her arms to go down the stairs, and she's a bit taller than me, so her arm came out from behind me, caught me in the mouth. I tried to bite her, because to me it felt like someone pulling me backwards, and I thought someone was pulling me in this room. And I get to the bottom, and I'm laughing, going like, I almost bit you. I almost bit you. And she's going, yeah, I thought you were going to jump down the stairs. And I'm like, I was going to jump down the stairs. Like, that's how scared I was. Because when she said it's getting closer to you, it like flickered red, like, and I felt like someone stood up from in that room and came closer.
Right.
So I've been told this room is to age meat. You've seen the ceiling? Did you look? Why I told you to watch your head?
Oh.
Yes, I wasn't joking. So I'm assuming this was to age meat.
I did not see those.
Yes. So, and then if you look to the floor, and down here.
Yeah, you can kind of see how it's stained from it.
Exactly. Now, you can't see it because it's nighttime. But if you, I'm just behind you here. If you look, there is actually, there's no paint on this part of the floor. But there's all yellow paint along here. Where
I
can
can
you make it out?
Yeah, in my infrared light I can
Yeah.
kind of make out the
Oh,
discoloration.
maybe you can see more than I can see with the infrared then.
It said acacia.
So
Tone acacia, I'm not sure what that means.
you can see the door handles down at the bottom.
Yep.
And the skeleton key is upside down. So when you close that, your door handle should go through here.
Okay.
It's upside down, and it's for the wrong door. This latch should be on this side, so the skeleton key is in the right spot, and your door handle goes on the top. This locks it from the inside. All the doors up here have this lock, except this one.
I have a question
So
for
it
you.
locks
Did
from the
everyone
outside.
who used to live in this house smoke?
That I don't know.
Because that's what it low-key kind of smells like a smoker's home.
So nobody has lived here for over 40 years. Or more.
No, but like, you know how like if you smoke cigarettes for a long time in a house, it can kind of like stain the wood with that smell?
Well, you gotta remember that no one's lived here for...
Yeah.
It has smells of all kinds of...
That is true, and I guess like
But nobody,
animals
other
and
than me,
things.
just having a cigarette downstairs, no. There's no smoking in here for weeks, months at a time.
I'm just trying to like wonder what that
If you
smell
smell
is like,
cigarette
cause like it's kind of like a distinctive smell, but like you can't really like put your finger on it.
So if you look here, here's one with a clay pipe that I found. So if you're smelling smoke, we found this clay pipe in the foundation of the back kitchen. See the white one there? That clay pipe is from this property. So Mr. Stark probably did smoke. Get a little bit of a reading on it. And I have Mrs. Stark's shoe if you like.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah, so actually there is a video of a man that was here and I brought the shoe over to him and his EMF went off and it was great when he was saying there was a lot of activity on the stairs. And to be honest, I feel like someone fell down that stairs. It just has like this whole, I'm gonna push you down the stairs feeling. This is her original.
I feel like I have tunnel vision right now walking around here.
So this is her shoe. My dad said he used to have both of them, but now he only has one. This fits me.
Yeah,
This fits my left foot.
Oh, it's going. Yeah.
Really?
It went. I'm trying to get it on.
Really?
It did.
So when I showed this shoe to someone on the stairs, it went full red for them too on the stairs.
Yeah, it did it briefly, but it stopped.
So yeah, this fits me. So I wish I had both of them. Because I would walk in here so you could hear like the sound of her walking. It would have been like...
And what's the deal with all the mirrors?
Okay. So remember how I was telling you about that antique bed I have?
Yes.
So directly after an investigation here, I had a dream. So at home in my house, I have this antique bed and it is a huge 4-poster bed. The mattress is this high. I have to have a step to get into it. So you can imagine how high it is, okay? And I'm laying on my left side, looking into my room, and I fell asleep. Well, I woke up in my dream in that room there, in the corner. Remember I told you earlier about the wiggly guys freaking out and going up the side, and I said...
Is that a train?
That's a train.
Okay.
That remember, yeah, hobos. I was worried always about hobos in here. But so I was dreaming that I woke up in that room, on that bed, on my side, exactly how I fell asleep, and I sat up. Or I was still on my side. Dreams are like, I don't know. I felt like I sat up, but I was still sideways, but there was 2 women across from me, and they had European accents. I don't know if they were Scottish or English. They had blonde hair. One was longer than the other. One had like here. One had like here. They were curly. One definitely had blue eyes. They were heavier set women. And they said to me, when we shine these 2 mirrors together, you're going to see a little boy. Okay? So it was...
Were they like mediums?
This is a dream. I don't know what they were. That was that mirror there. That was just given to me by my mom. It was my stepfather's. It was in his family's. That I was holding that mirror, and they were holding the mirror in here.
So were these mirrors already in the house after you had the dream?
That one is an old farmhouse mirror. This one came from another abandoned property my dad used to drink in as a teenager. The one in here. My dad used to drink in another abandoned building. That mirror he took from there years and years ago. You're talking before I was born, over 40 years ago. That mirror. They were holding that mirror. And I was sitting or laying, like whatever my dream state was, like here on the bed at my house. Because they were there. And I had that other round mirror like this. And when they said, you're going to see a little boy, in my dream, yeah, I think I did. I laid down and I was holding the mirror because I think I was trying to hide my face behind the back of that mirror because I didn't want to hold it. This hand like this and this one like this, but laying on my side right here.
Can I just ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
Did you just shut off my camera? Because I've had it happen at other places before, and I ask it that, and it starts going. Everything starts going crazy.
I believe it.
And it's getting colder in here again.
You're not the first one to say it gets colder. So when I woke up on my bed, I was laying as if I was holding it, and I was in sleep paralysis. So I know I was hallucinating because of your dream state, but because that bed is this high, and I'm laying on my side, I could see the shape of a little boy's head From there up, I could see his shaggy, poorly cut, brown hair, and I didn't know if his hands were gonna come up over the edge of my bed and he was gonna peek at me, or if he was just gonna peek at me. And honest to God, I don't know if him not having eyes or having eyes would be worse. Cause like not having eyes is scary, but if you can actually get emotion in something's eyes looking at you, and I couldn't move.
Emotion and no emotion, they're both terrifying.
I'm getting chills just thinking about this dream. And I kept thinking he's gonna peek or his hands are coming over in a minute. And I kept thinking, I gotta yell for my mom, I gotta yell for somebody. Like how, I gotta yell. And I kept thinking, as long as I can say the word mom, I'm not sleeping. And I kept trying to speak and like my mouth was not working. I'm going,
Okay.
And I finally said mom and I didn't wake up. I was still awake. But the paralysis had worn off and I could blink, and when I blinked, that little boy disappeared. But man, I'm telling you. And that was directly related to after a paranormal investigation here. Downstairs, after a paranormal investigation, I slept downstairs, actually slept here on an air mattress. And I can show you when I had the air mattress and I laid down and I fell asleep. And in the dream, I woke up in the same room downstairs, sat up. My friend who wasn't there, she had an air mattress beside me, and I was looking through from that little room, through this door, into the room in the back kitchen you said you kind of had vibes in.
I felt like something was just standing behind me just now.
This is the room it said, look behind you.
I was literally just... I started feel like I was standing here. Yeah. I started kind of feeling it in my arm. My arm kind of went numb.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like...
Yeah.
Felt like there's nothing there.
No, there's nothing there. But it did.
That's crazy.
It did tell
That's crazy.
To look, like I'll share that video with you.
I'm used to that, like something standing behind you feeling.
No.
So it's like I know when it happens, and it's like,
right. So when I was
that was creepy. Sorry for interrupting you.
It made a little noise for you too. Right after you said that, I believe it. So I was looking out that doorway, and it was a kitten. It wasn't a kitten, okay? It was this orange kitten. So the step. So the back kitchen up, when you came in, it's a step, right? So that kitten, quote, came up over that step, and my friend Miranda, who wasn't there in real life, but in the dream is going, oh, look, it's a kitten. And I'm going, looking at it, and she's like, that's not a kitten. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, look at it. And I'm like, looking at it, and it didn't morph, but it changed. It went from a fuzzy looking cute red kitten, orange kitten, to, I don't want to say a lizard, I don't want to say a spider.
It's like a shapeshifter.
It had all these little appendages coming out from where its real arms and legs were to get up over the step. I'm like, man, this is a horrible nightmare. Okay, and I'm like traumatized in fear staring at this door.
So this is a dream again?
This is a dream I'm having. Here, I slept here after a paranormal investigation and had this dream. And I slept in that room and I woke up in that room in my dream and dreamt that was coming through the door. Okay, and I thought if it gets over the lip of that and starts scurrying across the floor, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die. I don't know if I'm gonna throw my friend at it or if I'm gonna jump through the window. Like, I was unbelievably scared in this dream. And like I said, it started to change, and it even went from being a lizard-like shape of spidery bug into just a black thing. Okay, like it couldn't even hide it wasn't a kitten anymore. It was coming that fast. Like the faster and closer it got, the more black and not a kitten.
Right.
It was too close to glimmer me into something else. And I woke up from that dream sitting straight up, staring at the door. I literally woke up.
That you seen a cat in?
So I fell asleep, laying down, of course, woke up into the kitten dream, like sitting, like I'm on an air mattress, so I'm sitting up on the air mattress, so like legs out in front of you, sitting, looking at the door, with my friend telling me it's a kitten, not a kitten, and it's coming towards us. to snapping out, like I'm telling you, it almost got to the door before I woke up. Like, it was that close. Like, and when I woke up, I was exactly how I was in the dream, sitting up, staring at the last time I saw it. Like, sitting straight up. And man, it took me a moment to start moving again. Because again, it's sleep paralysis where you're having a nightmare, but either I was hallucinating, my friend was there, and that kitten was there, or something made me sit up in my sleep. Because I was legit, like how I woke up in the dream into reality was how I was sitting in that room down there on the air mattress, just staring at that spot. Like, it was intense. Like, it was intense. But when I sleep in this room, I'm okay. Like other than the story I told you about these two chairs.
I know too. There's different things that you can do in a haunted place. Like, if you say you're sleeping in it. Like, if, like, for instance, there's like certain Bible verses that you can turn the Bible to. I know that works from time to time.
No one's ever brought a Bible in here.
If I ever come back, I might actually try that.
For sure, yeah.
That might be interesting because sometimes that can provoke.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you would want to provoke it too.
Well, if I do, I try to do it in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Like, not like I try not to be arrogant.
Yeah, I can hear that.
So, like, because, like...
Ooh, you're getting a couple of colors on there. Actually.
Yeah. My arm doesn't feel numb anymore. It kind of went away now. That feeling.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the chest at all? Or
some of my dad's stuff. I have
just
no idea.
personal belongings?
Yeah, it would be things wrapped up that my dad would have put in there. See? So I don't
Okay.
know what. Anything or...
They're cool looking chests. They're just rustic looking.
Right?
Yeah.
But they're not original here. Those beds came out of the same place as that a year ago.
Okay.
And supposedly my dad told me when he used to go party in there, all the furniture, all contents were in there, and there was even food on the table that had rotten. They just left.
Really?
Yeah, their last name was Bates. They had a photo album of them for years, and it was all the tintype photos. And all the women had the years they were born scratched off the back. The years scratched off the back.
Right. Do you ever get anything looking in this mirror?
I don't look in that mirror anymore.
No?
No, honestly, after that dream I had, I don't look in that mirror anymore. No. Just you look at it, I'm going over here. Turn your lights out to look in it.
It's interesting.
Right? But again, like, I don't understand this lock situation. And the key is right here for there, actually. Another group that came in here discovered that. I didn't even know this was the key for that door. But this key locks you in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If the door closes all the way. This is the key though. It locks.
Okay.
So it locks from... Again, what I don't understand about this room, if it was for aging me, why the lock to lock you out? And why the handle to lock you in?
Yeah.
You can lock it with the key from inside and outside, but the handle just locks it from the inside. And then again, I don't know if you can see it, but see here, look. See that? See those? See?
Oh, the marks?
Look at them.
Yeah.
They're all over. And then again, you've got...
They're like scratch
maroon
marks.
Stains, and then you have I'm assuming that's a bucket that's round, completely round. You've got stains in the middle of the floor. And then you've got all these chop marks.
Yeah, I do see all the
Do you
marks,
see them
yeah.
better with your infrared?
Yeah, I can see them on the camera.
Right? They're like all over the place in here. And this is the only room with those marks on the floor. It's not
Yeah.
like all the... Like, it'd be different if all those marks were all over, but they're not. And the fact, what bugs me about this place is this handle that locks inside out, but all the other rooms don't have that. They only have the inside lock handle on those ones, and the closet has a proper period lock. That's the corner. Okay. That's the corner where me and a guy were in here doing an investigation, and he did this with his light. It's not doing it right now. I swear to God, the cracks in the corner made it look like it was breathing. It's not doing it right now, but oh my God. It was creepy. It was really creepy, like breathing. Like the cracks, like lungs going like...
I know what you mean, because I've...
Like,
one
not
of
doing
the
it now.
times...
It was...
Like I said previously, like I've like been to like Blue Ghost Tunnel, and one of the times I was in there, I swore the walls of it started like pulsating.
Right? But
So like I know what you kind of mean, and something I wanted to ask you earlier. It was bothering me when we were standing in the first room, but do you, when you're up here, do you ever get the sensation of something peeking around the corner of the stairwell from the bottom looking up?
Okay, so I am terrified of the stairs. I just blew this out and I'm already like, I don't like it. When I'm...
That did kind
At
of
the
change
bottom
the
of the
atmosphere when you did that, not
I
gonna
know
lie.
it did. It really did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because this is my safety light. When I'm at the bottom of the stairs and I look up the stairs, that's when I have like the whole... It's something about, yeah, like, go look down there.
But like
Look
for,
your
but like
infrared
for
down there,
me,
just go look down there in the dark down there.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like just with your natural eyes, the darkness of the stairs, like you know that's down there. Okay, so you can see. So
Yeah.
go down there and now look up in the dark, and see how dark it is up here with
Hang on, yeah, it's giving me.
right? Because you can see. I want to explain how you can see.
Wait,
the
is
floor.
what is?
See, you can see the floor down there. There's light down there, okay? There's windows up here. You can see light on this wall
My
here.
battery is almost completely drained, and I came with it fully charged.
Okay, well, go look up the stairs quick before it cuts out. Because, see, you
Okay,
can
yeah.
see how there's... Okay, maybe I don't want to be up here by myself. I don't want to come down with you. I'm like, okay, I'm in the bad spot to stand. I don't want to.
Here, yeah, I have to turn the light on to go
Okay, I'm going to stand here
downstairs.
with my back on the wall and don't...
Okay, I thought
Okay,
earlier
please
my
don't get
battery
me wrong.
was going down faster than
Oh
normal.
my God, it's so dark in here. Okay, so now turn it out and look up the stairs. Now tell me it's not pitch black. Where's the ceiling? Where's the light?
Yeah,
on the
it is
wall?
pitch black. Even on camera.
Yeah. You should be able, I can see light on the ceiling from the windows up here. How can you not see? Because when you were looking down, you could see the floor and the light. How come you can't see the light on the roof up here?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I can see light on the walls over here. I can see, there's 4 big windows up here. Okay, it's cold up here.
It just got drastically
You
cold.
have to come back up. I can't. I'm not going down the stairs.
Okay.
in the dark, and I don't know if I have my lighter in my pocket.
Here, I got my light on for you. Can you see?
I'm gonna light this because I'm
Okay.
not coming down the stairs in the dark. There's no way. My hair just stood up on my back when I was standing up there. There's no way.
It's a lot colder downstairs than when we were up here. And why I brought up the whole stair thing to begin with was because I low-key thought I seen what looked like a small shadow briefly peek and then duck back.
Well, I came here with the girl I had the dream about, Miranda, and she was sleeping in this room up here on an air mattress, and me and the guy I was dating at the time were down in there. He wouldn't come inside. He kept saying, like we were sitting on chairs down there waiting for the sun to come up, and he kept saying he was seeing a shadow. There's a shadow moving in this side of the room, okay? And I'm like, can you not say those things? Because the guy's actually passed away now. Don't say those things, like it scares me. And up here, I don't know if she was crying out in her sleep or she was having nightmares. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. She was literally, sounded like she got murdered, sounded like she was crying out for someone to help her. She was making noises where I was too scared to come upstairs, and he fell asleep sitting down there. I stayed awake until the sun came up because I couldn't fall asleep, sitting on a chair down there. because I was like, I'm just not having none of it, like none of
Right.
it. And so the blankets that she had up here, I had ended up bringing those home to my house in Welland, and I had other things to do.
Okay, I think my camera's about to die. I'm sorry to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. We'll make our way downstairs.
Yeah. So these blankets that I threw at the bottom of the stairs, I had this helium balloon at home that I had inflated for my son's birthday. And
It's freezing down here.
it floated all around our room, like his room upstairs.
Okay, is it not freezing down here right now?
It's a little cold. It's cold out, so I don't know whether I'm used to it being cold or I'm getting cold vibes.
It feels freezing down here, like legit.
Remember that door's open there, so
Yeah. Well, I expect a little bit of wind, but like I was feeling the temperature dipping upstairs
In
too.
here when it's not windy and the door slams closed upstairs.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah.
But the dollhouse you can see is right there.
Dollhouse?
See that blue shuttered metal thing?
Yes.
That's the dollhouse that moved when I slept upstairs. Honest to God. I mean, if we want to dig it out, put it upstairs and kick it for the noise value, we can, but I don't want to tempt anything.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
there's either a child here or it's a pair of adults. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna change the battery on my camera.
I'll have a cigarette now.
So I'm going to turn
There's no smoke in the-
this off.
I don't want any of my smoke giving me false sense.
Okay, I'm recording again. Yeah, so that was weird. I've not really had the camera
Yeah, it's only 11.
die on me before.
Yeah, you haven't even had it on an hour and a half if it's only 11.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like, I don't feel we've been here long enough for it to have died already. So we'll see how quickly, I guess, the other one drains. I'm sorry if that was kind of bright in your eyes.
A bit, it's alright. Do you want to go roam a bit yourself and try your reader?
Well,
Now that you know.
what I was kind of wanting to do was, since you said that this room gets like child
Yep,
activity,
yep. I think so.
I wanted to set the bear up in here
Yeah, for sure.
and sit on the couch and see if I can invite something.
For sure.
Like, see if-
To be honest, that front room is pretty decent. That's where a lot of people have.
Yeah, I'm still having focusing issues in here. It keeps like cutting in and out of focus.
This table was in the barn, the top of the barn, and it got torn down. That's how they got it out. We think that was for them to play cards on. If
Okay.
you look for sitting, you can't see whose cards would be on either side. And again, this was in the top of the barn. It was built in the top of the barn.
Right. Okay.
And then when you come out and you look at the front porch, your gingerbread, which is kind of, we saw it a few years ago. And then if you look at your gingerbread out here, we've got the suit of cards. You've got your clubs, you've got your diamonds, you have your hearts, and you have your spades. And we kind of wonder if in the 1800s, now they had a double outhouse out back, if that was when walking by, that's the house you go play cards at, because the gingerbread shows you which house to go play cards at.
Okay, and I just want to say, now that we're actually outside, when we walked down those stairs, it was so much colder in there than out here.
Yeah. It's,
Do you feel the
yeah,
difference?
I do. Oh man,
It's warmer out here than in there.
When you came downstairs and I had that candle out and I had my back on the wall, I was getting those chills where you get like the temperature just feels, oh man, I couldn't wait for you to turn the light back on.
Well, like, I've literally been in places too where it's said, like, I've had it happen at Blue Ghost Tunnel before, where it said, I can make it colder in here,
Really?
and then you do gradually feel the temperature start dropping.
Other groups have had sustained, the machines that read temperature drops, they've had 7 degrees. 7 degrees is the most, but they've had up to 7 degrees.
And that's
Sitting in the
significant.
room
Anything around 10
by
is
itself.
significant.
Yeah, sitting in the room by itself, it started to read that kind of a temperature change. And no one was up there. We were actually down here having a snack at like 2 a.m. and it was going off upstairs telling us that it was dropping, sustaining the drop, and then going back up again. And that was one of the first groups actually that I had come through here. That lady was like a kid at Christmas. All her machines were going off that she'd never had go off before. So she was.
So she was probably excited.
Oh, yeah. She was like a 60-year-old woman at Christmas, kid at
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah, it was pretty good. For her, her group wanted to go home. She didn't want to go home. But like someone's carved their initials in here at some point. I don't know who that would have been. Someone's been on my porch. AL and age.
Probably.
I don't know who, but someone's scribbled a name in there. That's new.
See if the camera can pick that up. Yeah, age. You can see that.
Yeah, someone's done that recently. That wasn't there before.
It's just having so many issues trying to focus this camera tonight. It's normally not that difficult.
No, it shouldn't be.
I don't know if it's the place or what's going on.
Like, is it just going blurry?
It keeps cutting in and out of focus, like getting kind of fuzzy.
Like it's trying to focus on somebody?
I have no idea. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the bear in here and see if I can get anything with the bear.
For sure. Should have had it in here the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like kind of like seeing like where like areas like kind of could be, and from what you say, like just kind of could be a hot spot.
Well, I
So-
find when people set their machines and we're off doing other things, you'll just randomly hear the machine nobody's around going off. So that's why probably we should have had it just up the whole time, because if we were upstairs and we heard it going off, like we're the only ones here.
Right.
No one's walking down here shaking a floor, because that's what we debunked the last time when the bear was in there. The lady had with the music box going off the whole time. Was Casey, she shook the floor and it didn't go off, and then we were standing still and it went off.
So you said you've gotten stuff with a music box year before?
That was the bear, so it played
I-
the music box.
Okay, because I have it's a Spirit Music Box app on my phone that works.
I would try it.
Like I've tested it. Like there's this one really old cemetery I go to, and there's like it's like a trail that you walk onto it, and you have to walk across this bridge across a river. And every time I would walk up to this bridge, I swear I would hear footsteps on it, like someone walking across it before me.
Yeah.
So what I did the one time was I placed the phone in the middle of the bridge and walked all the way to the other end off it, and I asked for it to walk across the bridge, and it went off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. In here, I don't ask anything to do anything because I've had too many things happen. So, front door's open. Maybe James will come home.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So James was the shipbuilder?
Yeah. James or Joseph, but I'm pretty sure it was James. That's the photo I have. I can send
And
you.
so there's Joseph too then.
There is a Joseph. I think it's a cousin or a brother. But again, it would have been both of them would have been someone that came here. The
Right.
picture I have is James.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna go get the bear out of my car, set it up, and we'll meet back here in like 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to run the bear in here now. So it has like a little backpack on it with its little battery thing in it.
The one that was in here the other week was white, I think.
So it's turning on. And then it kind of just like says like different phrases.
Yeah, I know. I wish we would have turned it on when we first came in, to be honest. And just left it.
And it'll react to temperature too.
Oh, cool.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It just got really tense in here. I don't know if you feel that, but can you make it colder so the bear goes off?
Can you tell me what 2 plus 2 is?
Do you have your thing that talks words back?
I can turn that on too.
You should turn it on.
Yeah.
A spirit box or something that you have on as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Give it as much energy to
Definitely.
draw from as you can.
You know your alphabet? A, B, C, D.
Tina 2, it said.
This used to be called T. My brother wanted to name it.
Carpet.
Over carpet.
What's on the carpet?
Daddy, catch. Messenger.
Which carpet?
Can you finish this?
It used to be a carpet. It used to be.
What I'm gonna do too is I'm going to turn on the music box.
I would.
My music box app that I have. I put my phone in airplane mode for it.
Can you make a noise for me?
Oh, I just got shut.
Are there any children here?
Can you tell me a secret?
Shown will disregard real.
Can you touch my tummy? Science. Bye.
Science by. I do buy tools to experiment communicating. A go.
What? Say something? Can you please say it again?
And like when it says that phrase, I don't know if it actually
Oh yeah, they definitely send out.
voice tip after the bear said, if you said something, can you say it again? And it said slave. And you were talking about how this place ties into the Underground Railroad.
It could. It's old enough to. There's no documented. I know they came through this way. No documentation.
Do you view yourself as an equal? Sacrifice, we erase. Sunset.
Yeah, I don't like Twilight, remember?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Eerie, it said.
I got to chill up my back.
Yeah, you're right, it is a little eerie. Proton up, Dan.
Do you have more friends we can play with?
Okay, this app's ready.
Before time. 3.
What? Before time free? I'm not sure what it means by that. I have a device for you to try out.
Disc. Casket.
Disc casket. If you walk over the phone on the doorway, it'll play music for you. The red light's on the ground. It's just calibrating right now.
Mary. Compare. If. Work.
Is that just calibrating?
Win.
Yeah.
Demand. Bind.
Okay, I think it's stopped now, so. Win, demand, bind.
Bottom.
Find what?
Paint. Evil.
Bottom, paint,
Wanna be my friend?
evil, it said.
Energy.
Like the like the
Dead.
Energy happened, dead, dress.
paint upstairs.
Branches. Roadway. Tone.
Branches, roadway, tone. You're saying a lot of things, we're not sure what you mean.
Definitely paint on
Do
the
you
floor
wanna hold my
upstairs.
hand?
Telepathy. Maximum.
Telepathy, maximum. The device that I just placed out on the ground now, flashing blue, will answer yes or no questions. The left side flashes green for yes, right side flashes red for no. Is there anyone here with us right now? You do not need to be afraid.
How old are you?
I'm friendly, you can come speak to me. It feels cold in here. But it's not making the bear go off though.
I like cookies. What's your favorite flavor?
Yeah, this isn't. Cause see when I tap it there it goes off, so if something walks there it should trigger it.
I hope it doesn't go off. I don't want you thinking something walking there.
Right.
I like music. What music do you like?
We know there's a child spirit here. You know, he's been known to play with a bear before. If you want, you can play with the bear in front of you.
I like good stories.
You can touch it, it won't hurt you. I heard something over there.
Little knock. And green is yes.
Yes. And this, like I say, only goes off if there's actually something around. Like there has to be something physically there for it to go off.
It's a little bit of a green light. Try again.
It won't hurt you. You can use it to speak to us.
What's your favorite story?
Are you sleepy?
It just feels so cold in this room right now. Do you like music? Can you walk on the light in the doorway?
What's your favorite color?
Or maybe you'd like to come sit on the couch with me. It's hard to record electronic screens with this camera.
What's your favorite toy?
Your spirit box on?
What's that?
The spirit box is still on?
I can. It's not saying anything, but I can try the actual. I have an actual like, radio scanner spirit box.
That's what I mean. It was just spitting out quite a bit of words and it just went
Yeah.
quiet again. Like it was.
2, 3, 4.
That's what I mean though, how it kind of dips.
Yeah.
I noticed, like it spikes randomly and then it dips.
If it's getting close to 11 o'clock yet. Because most people, when they come between 11 and 1,
Can you tell me what 2 plus 2 is?
I'm just gonna run to my truck for a minute and leave you alone in here.
Yep, that's okay. You don't need to be afraid.
A, B, C, D. Can you finish this?
Do you want to come play with the bear? Answer on the prism for me if you're trying to play with the bear. You can play with the bear.
Can you make a noise for me?
You can go ahead. You don't need to be afraid. Do you like the bear?
Can you tell me a secret?
Is something preventing you from using the bear?
Can you touch my tummy? What? Did you say something? Can you please say it again?
Are you scared right now?
Do you have a favorite song?
You don't have to be scared. Are you making the camera flicker? Is that you?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Are you an earthbound spirit?
Do you have more friends we can play with?
Make the prism flash green if you're an earthbound spirit.
Do you know what time it is?
So while you were gone,
Yep.
one of the questions I asked was, do you want to play with the bear? And it flashed green.
Nice. I believe it. That's why I kind
And
of
then
debating on using the inside side.
Then I asked if something is preventing you from playing with the bear, and I didn't get a response.
Would you-
Because sometimes if there is a more powerful entity in a space, it'll bully the other ones.
To be honest, he may not like you. The male entity that I honestly like after the other
There goes the phone.
Wanna be my friend?
after the other investigation we had the night before the eclipse, did a man, a woman, and a child.
And notice how the phone went off after it said the man might not like me.
It's just a vibe I'm getting. It's to be
Do
honest.
you not like me being here?
I'm getting like this. It's a homey feeling tonight. Things feel calm and normal.
Do you wanna hold my hand?
It feels quiet.
Yeah.
When you came by yourself, I was like, okay. Like I was like, I gotta be in here in the dark with only one other person. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I find when it's either very few people or like 10 people, it's got like a homey feel.
Yeah.
Like you've got company, like you've either got like
Do you want to play a game?
an individual personal,
My legs are freezing cold right now.
or when you've got a big group, you've got like this, like a guest, like you've invited guests in.
Right.
Sometimes I find when you get like this random, especially when I'm expecting a number of people and it's like not the number I expected, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little
It's
nice.
usually a mid number. It's like 5. It's like
Yeah.
How old are you?
a couple.
Well, having like 5 people through here every time can get to be a lot.
It is. Oh, it seems like the house is alive. There's a lot of people. It's like you have guests. It's like you're having a party. Like this feels more personal to me. I never have one other person that I randomly met come hang out with me in a house. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, but it feels more intimate and homey. Like this feels safe for some reason. I guess is the best way to say it. Like,
Yeah, no, I do understand what you're trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without sounding weird.
It's like the vibe that you're getting.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling a safe vibe tonight. It does feel quiet. It does feel homey. Like there is a home.
No, like when you said like all this stuff that goes on in this place, I wasn't sure what to expect. But tonight it feels really calm.
I like music. What music do you like?
When I like music, it's that went off.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I got like.
See, like the bear is like a trigger.
Well, at least you got that on tape, right?
Yeah, it did, definitely.
That's good. It's
And normally I find.
I told you it has to be after 11 o'clock. Nothing. You've had nothing. And it's now after 11 o'clock unto 12. And
I
now
like
your
good
machines are
stories.
waking up.
Please tell me.
Right.
Like, honestly. That's what I said. If you want to stay later, I don't mind.
Well, my battery on my camera is already at half.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, you might have to come back.
Yeah,
Your
definitely.
girlfriend's name was?
Madison.
Please bring her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, like I say, she felt bad that she couldn't come this time.
It's like, I'm not performing. You didn't bring your girlfriend for me. He's pissed off at you.
Right.
He wants your girlfriend to show up.
Right. He wants an
It
audience.
is usually all women in here. To be honest with you.
And sometimes, like, I do find different genders in a place makes all the difference for how, like, what type of activity you get.
I think.
Cause, like, say, like, if, like, a person was, like, really aggressive towards women their whole lives,
Remember
that energy will transfer.
the video that, again, that group that just had amazing footage. They had, it looked like a spider being crushed, like when the whole thing was going on when they went up the wall with the shapes with.
Right.
Oh man, it was so amazing. It kind of looked like something was being eaten. The little stick figure shrunk and crushed down. But I think you should put the one you have in the
Yeah.
downstairs.
I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna do an actual spirit box, like in this room.
Leave that on.
Leave it on?
I would
Sure.
I would leave it on.
Okay.
Because again, you gotta remember this house doesn't know what power is.
That's true. That's true.
It might, because when we have the most interactions is honestly when people bring the most amount of equipment. The people that came before the eclipse
Hi, I'm Booba.
had a ton of.
When people bring the most amount of equipment is when we get the most power. It lit up green.
Yeah. And it's after 11 o'clock.
It lit up green. It's it's agreeing with you. It's agreeing with you on that one.
Yeah, I try to debunk these things, okay? Yeah.
No, but like to me though, like I look for things like that when like you're just kind of like talking about stuff unprovoked, and then it's responding to what you're saying. It's like, yes, you're right. You're right. you're right on the money.
But your doorway went upstairs by itself.
Xbox. Scanning. FM.
Can you play us some music?
Scanning. AM.
Use music.
Hello? Is there anyone here tonight? I heard a woman. What's that, sir? What'd you say?
Sometimes, the one time someone with spirit box, it clicked really quick. It was an expensive piece of equipment they told me, and it's the first time they ever played sustained bars of music for them. It was playing music for us all night long. So I was hoping that
True.
if it's not, somebody could play some music to show us.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right? 'Cause it's hard to get a couple seconds of something continuously.
And I find too, half the time, it's like when I'm in person, I miss most of the stuff live that comes through on the spirit box. I don't hear half the stuff until I go back and play it through.
No, the ones that I've seen, some, not all of them, some of them, there are going on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I guess it just depends on the night, though.
Well, it's not every night. That is true, because I wish I would have had somebody here during the eclipse, because it went black during the day. It might have been something different. But they came the night before, and that was the most, and again, it was a lot of equipment,
Yeah.
but that was the most intense I've ever seen a house get. Like it was, I'll get them to send me some footage once they've compiled it. They can send it to show you. I have a video of them here.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely send it. I just gotta turn it up more so we can actually hear what it's saying. Yeah, yeah. Who's here tonight? I heard a man coming through. I didn't hear what he was saying, though.
Turn your light off. Can you turn your light off for me?
Yep.
Turn your light. Turn the light right off.
Turn it right off.
Yeah, I don't want to see anything up there.
Wasn't sure which room you went in at first. You just in here? Okay. Yeah. Not really hearing much on it tonight though. It keeps kind of chopping in weird patterns though, I'm noticing. There was a voice there. Help. I faintly heard a help. Yeah. It's like they're trying to get through. Is something preventing you guys from speaking? What's that? Oh, are you coming back? Oh. Oh. Yeah, it is creepy. Oh, it just whistled.
That's a no? Red is a no?
That's probably your foot that did that.
That? Red?
Yeah, because I see you kind of walk on this side,
Oh,
so
that's what does that? Okay.
yeah.
Good to know.
I heard it whistle on the spirit box, and lately I've been having a spirit that coming through. It keeps whistling, like it's been kind of following me, I think. And I thought I just heard that whistle.
Tonight? Or was that just the other night? I don't see that it's running different. Oh. Hello?
It's like all distorted, yeah. Well, my battery is pretty low now, so I'm probably going to end the video.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, this is the house I was invited to come investigate at tonight. I would like to keep recording more, but it seems what's here likes to drain battery power pretty quickly. Like normally, guys, my batteries last like 2.5 hours, and they've been like drained in like an hour. But this house, though, definitely has a vibe to it. And I was told, too, that there used to be outhouses back there in the backyard, and supposedly there's a body of a child buried. And there's also a child spirit activity in the house, so I'm wondering if the two are connected. Yeah, this is the place. It's pretty creepy. And I'll definitely be coming back here to get more activity. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it might be a bit choppier than normal, but I still hope you enjoyed it. I know I had fun tonight, and I'll definitely be back. Till then, guys, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and have a good night.